Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Jessica Jones podcast, a podcast where we discuss LA, how to live in LA, and to get around like a G. Today I want to talk about Uber drivers. I'm one of the people in Los Angeles that uses Uber more than anything because I sold my car originally to live the dream. Like I use Uber for everything just because I don't have a car. My biggest thing is if you look like you got something going on, if you're pretty or whatever the case, and it's a man driving the car, a lot of times they'll like to ask you different questions or hit on you. And I'm like, but like, that's just not cool. And ask you questions like, is this your house? Like, why does it matter if it's my house or not, brother? Like, all I need you to do is to pick me up and to drop me off wherever the hell I need to go. And then the second thing is when you put in the destination, they go, well, where is it that you're going? Bruh, like it's already in there. Like I got the Uber because I needed for you to take the navigation system and drive your ass to wherever I needed to go. Or then when I dropped off at another house, oh, is this your house? Can I have your Instagram? All I wanted to do this morning when I got out of bed and I had to head to work was to get into my Uber, sit my ass down, put some headphones in, maybe listen to some Earl Nightingale or whatever I want to do besides talk to my Uber driver for 30 minutes. Because some of them look like the reason why they drive Uber is so they can talk your goddamn ear off. Like when I page an Uber, I want to step out of my house. I want you to roll up in front of my joint. I get inside the car. We take off. We do whatever it is that I need to do. Don't get me wrong. Not all Uber drivers are bad. Some of them pick you up. They have classical music playing. They got candy in the back. I haven't really ran into too many Uber drivers that got new candy. It's always the old candy. Like this one man reached around and like handed me 3 Tootsie Rolls. And he was like, here, girl, go ahead. Don't eat them all at once. Thank you. But then you get somewhere and you're at work and you got the 3 Tootsie Rolls in your pocket. And before you know it, they disappear because your ass ain't got hungry all of a sudden. Yeah, that's definitely me. When you have an Uber driver who doesn't speak English and he doesn't really know the area as well, so you're trying to tell him to go right, but then he goes left because he doesn't understand what you're saying, or the only way he can understand his navigation is if it's in Mandarin. Like I've been there. And you just have to sit in the car and just wait for him to get it together. Because as soon as you try to give him some type of understanding, like, hey, bro, like my situation is this way. And he's like, I got to follow. Yeah, because you don't know what's going on. See, Uber, y'all really have to do a background check. Everybody can't drive Uber. It's really hard for a lot of us being in those cars and driving around. And this fool don't know where he's going, because he doesn't understand what I'm saying. Now, we're talking about Los Angeles, how to maneuver, how to get around. Now, a lot of you guys out there, like myself, we're artists. And, artists, we get agents. And, agents will let you know you got an audition. So here's another story for you. I dance as well as act. Now I have an agent for dancing. It's all about good communication. Sometimes you don't get good communication. I have to send smoke signals and pigeons in order for things to come through. You know what I mean? A pigeon with a little note around his neck because, at my job serving, doing my thing per usual. And they were like, oh, you booked this major job. I was like, oh shit. Like I just booked something, girl. So I'm hyped, I'm calling up people like, girl, I just booked this job. I didn't even audition for it. Thank God. God is good. Thank you, Lord. Amen. And then I call all my jobs and I'm like, you know what? I don't even need y'all. Okay. Because I just booked the job and I'm out of here. So don't look for me on Saturday. Don't look for me on Sunday, bitch. I'm out of here. I booked a job. I'm about to go into rehearsal. Skirt. Like I'm there. I call off work. I'm skipping down the street. I booked a job on a Friday. I'm like telling everybody like, look, girl, my homegirl comes in town. I'm like, girl, I'm out of here. I can't do this with you. I just booked a job. So yeah. So no, I can't. I'm going to be in rehearsals all day. So I'll have to hit you back later. So Saturday rolls around and my agent sends me an email like, girl, I'm sorry. We had to release your ass. And I'm like, first of all, the day before you told me I was booked. Now, there's a difference when you book a job. It's like, it's a book or if you're put on a veil. When I called the offices, they were like, you booked it. So then the next day, oh, you're released. It's like they forget that we have lives to live. Like, I have bills to pay. I have things to do. And I basically clear my whole schedule just so I can be at this motherfucking rehearsal on time, just to be let go. So for all you agents out there, I understand that sometimes it's not your fault. It's out of your hands. But take that extra step to be like, hey, she called and I told the person at the front desk, like, hey, I'm canceling work. He was like, yeah, go ahead and cancel work. Like, he had already gave me the go ahead. This weekend, I'm not working. So I gotta, pick up another hustle. Thank God for social media, and thank God for technology getting to the place that it is, because you don't even need to work a 9-to-5 job. You can just go through your Google Play or whatever you have and scroll through and just find you a job through an app. Okay, let's just get to the sugar daddies. A lot of women out here have them. I got some girlfriends who like, yeah, my car has been paid for by my dude. And I'm like, damn, like, how did that happen? She was like, man, like, I told him I needed a car, and he got it for me. Like, there are some women out here who have Medusa voodoo on their eyes, where they can literally look at a man and be like, buy me all of this. I want Louis Vuitton. I want this. I want that, whatever. And I'm like, damn. I'm telling y'all right now, some women do not even have sex with the guys. He just wants some candy. He wants a little trophy to walk around with. I'm cute. He's not. So therefore it works out. Women get their, bills paid for, cars paid for, clothes, hair, all sorts of shit. And I'm sitting over here like, yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and bring my ass to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna have to go and serve somewhere. I'm not trying to pussy pop on a handstand. Like, I can't do that. I was raised in the church. There are women out here who are the real G's in the game, the real ones who are like, girl, I don't even work. My guy, Ricky's pretty, he's about to come over pretty soon. He's going to order some food, take care of the bills and things in the house. So, girl, I'll see you soon, but I'm going to go ahead and get some things taken care of. So if y'all know what the magic trick is, by all means, leave a comment below so I'll know. But the thing about some sugar daddies, a lot of them don't be cute. And that's the thing. Like, I don't know if I can compromise my integrity for a nigga who looks like Donatello. I don't know. I'm not trying to date a Ninja Turtle, to get a new car. But sometimes when you've been an LA artist out here and you get booked for a job and they let your ass go, you like, damn, Donatello looking real good right now. Like, what's good, Donatello? What's up? Nunchucks, bruh. Nunchucks. Boy. Come on. Ladies out there getting it. I ain't mad at you. I'm not mad. You just the real ones out here. You the real G's. And I appreciate you, because it's also making me wake up in here like, girl, you working too damn hard. It's time for you to do some other shit. Go to Nobu, and find you a Leonardo, a Donatello, Michelangelo, wherever y'all at, Shoot, even Mr. Splinter's out there, but they out here with bands, so bands will make her dance, obviously. Moving to the next thing, nosy ass neighbor. When I first moved in, we pulled up in the whip and I was coming in the crib and he was like, hey, is that your car? Bruh, this is not your house. How you gonna ask me? Oh, who is that your car? It don't matter if it's my car or if it's her car or if it's his car. Like, it don't matter. He comes walking around. You know how to be walking around with their hands behind him, like looking down the street all the time. Like, who is that? And then to my utter surprise, I'm riding down the street. I look in his yard and it says neighborhood watch. He has a neighborhood watch sign in his yard. Okay, so homeboy is legit. That's why he was checking up on me, because literally in my neighborhood is mostly Armenian, white, and a splash of, Asian going around. Ain't no black people in my neighborhood. So like me and my roommate, maybe a splash of others down the street, it's not that many of us. So, I'm pretty sure they keep an eye on us. Like, who is this black girl pulling up in here? I don't even know. Is that her car or is it stolen? You know what I mean? Like, who is this and a third? So yeah, but I guess he tried to offer like a peace offering. And one day he just had a bunch of, apples, and they were all green apples. Of course, they're sour, but I'm not a big fan. So, but he gave them to us, and I was like, that's real nice. So thank you. Thank you, nosy next door neighbor. I feel you with all of that. You know, I do love anime, Attack on Titan. So I did watch Crazy Rich Asians too. So y'all out here doing it. You know, Asian people out here doing the damn thing. And I definitely support the community as much as we try to support each other out here. Minorities, you know, we got to stick together, you know. But yeah, he's nosy as hell. Now, getting to my other next door neighbor. Now, our driveways are like side by side, step by step, day by day. When we were first living here, if you pulled up into her drop quickly, you know, because if a car's already in our driveway, you know, your homeboy, your homegirl pull up in the driveway next to it real fast, you know, drop you off or come in, scoom. So the next door neighbors are white. And I'm not saying that is, you know, racism or anything like that, but they're like very, very, very serious about their goddamn property. Like, you got two entrances to get into your driveway, but you coming outside. So she comes outside. Old white ladies like come outside, wagging her finger in people's faces. And, you know, like, my roommate's white too. So she was like, hold up, girl. Like, you can't pull that card on me. Like, we in this together, man. Like, we the same, like, you know, nah, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it ain't racism over there. It don't matter. It don't matter who you are. If you pull into that driveway, her ass is the first one out the door. Like, get out of my driveway. Get out of my goddamn driveway. And that's how it's been. She doesn't play that shit. And, you know, she hasn't run up on the right one of my friends or my roommate's friends yet. I tell my friends ahead of time, don't park in the driveway. And guess what y'all like to do? And I hope y'all watching this shit. I hope you watching this shit. Because you need to know what the hell you do. Stop pulling in her driveway. Okay, that's my next door neighbor. I know she's a hot mess. That's fine. But I live here. Okay, you don't live here. I do. So I'm the one who's got to deal with her being like, let me speak to your landlord. Let me speak to someone higher up because you hoes are just renting here and I need to talk. I'm like, girl, take your old ass back inside because this is the most action your motherfucking ass has gotten all year. So I can see why you just bouncing out the house like that. But you know what? It's okay. So all my friends, family members, and everyone who pulls up to my house, please do not park and my next door neighbor's drive. Don't pull up. Don't block it. Don't do shit with it. Just pretend as if that motherfucker is not there. Just look at it like, dang, what is that? I don't even know what it is. I'm not even going to pull up there because it looks strange to me. Like strange. Like look like it's something that you've never seen. And this is the one blessing that we have plenty of street parking. And see, I live in a nice little neighborhood. We all have houses. You know, it's lit over here. So I don't have no signs to tell, oh, you can't park here. You can park anywhere in my neighborhood. So that's the blessing. Don't pull your ass up into my next door neighbor's area, please, because she will come out and wagging a little finger and I don't want nobody to pop off and then, you know, it's a whole thing and then we're having issues, you know what I'm saying? So please don't do it. This is October, the month of October. And so I definitely want to give a shout out to my roommate, Christina, for buying this. Okay. If you've got it, haunt it. Okay. It's supposed to be flaunt, but haunted because it's, you know, October. Okay, just a little, you know, situation. So you'll see this all October month. You might see this after October. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, because this is my house, and you know, I got on, you know, sandals. Look, I got on footy. You know, if you're doing a podcast in your crib, this is a nice size pillow. I don't know if I want to get rid of this yet. Cause it's so cute and it's got the little gold rims on it. You know, I'm a girl, you know, like, oh girl, that's real cute. Who put these little gold pieces in here? That's real, you know, then they got the cursive writing in here and it's real cute. And the crows on there doing like, you know, crows give you messages. So I do believe in that. I'm a very spiritual woman. So we're definitely going to break into some spirituality, some astrology. I want to talk about different zodiac signs and how the fuck y'all act up. But, you know, there's a lot of y'all that really, you know, put your stuff together. And I appreciate each and every one of you. So, yeah, the gamers. Now, I am slightly a nerd. I've dressed up as Chung-Li for Halloween. Probably will wear the costume more often if I had the chance. This year I wanted to dress up as Cammy, but the way that leotard is set up, it's right in the crack of her ass. I don't know if I want to do that. Los Angeles is a pretty racy spot. I don't know if I want to have a leotard slam up my ass, going to somebody's party and get slapped in my butt. Me too. We don't want to have to go through all that shit. So I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do this year. So if y'all got any options of different characters that's not too much. Now, let's be honest now. Some of y'all out here going to Comic-Con and all these different places, y'all put thousands and thousands of dollars into your costumes, which is great because it's great to look at like, wow, look at that guy. Whoa, look at that. But some of y'all like dress up as these robots. I'm not spending the $5,000 on no costume. So anything from a nice little party city or whatever that's like $50 and below, I'm here with you. People paying for people to play video games. Like, that's a major thing now. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even think about it, but people also pay for people to eat food. Like, think about the Food Network and all these different channels and shows, and you're watching other people eat. And whole time you behind the camera like, damn, I'm hungry as hell. Like, I can't even eat none of that. Like, look at this lady over here with this fresh chard and dino kale. That's a new thing. And I can't have any of that right now. Like, I don't even watch that shit because I'm a person that likes to eat. So fellas, if I go out on a date and I order some food, regardless of my size, my metabolism is fast as hell. I'm eating. So don't look at me like, girl, oh no, I'm not going to be like, yeah. No. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be hungry when I go in. I'm going to go ahead and get the wild caught salmon, maybe get some wild rice. I'm going to eat that. I'm going to fuck it up. You better be happy my motherfucking ass can eat. Because a lot of you girls out here go to restaurants and be acting like your ass ain't hungry. And be like, babe, let me take it. Let me take this to go. Let me take that home. And then by the time that hoe brings that stuff back home, she microwaves it and she fucks it up on spot. Like, ladies, don't let these men make you feel like you can't eat. Go to a restaurant and eat, bitch. Eat. Men love to watch y'all eat. How about this? Now pay for me to drink water. I need to go ahead and get my sponsorship. I need my representation. I can give y'all my Cash App or Venmo. Send me money anytime. And all I can do today is simply drink water on camera. If I can get paid to drink water, like, I will do that shit all day. I can make smoothies, whatever y'all want. Whatever y'all want, I can do that. I can drink and y'all can send me money just to sip on something. So I'm going to sip on it. Sip on it, and I get back at you when I wanna. Come on, Danny King. I'm gonna sip on that, sip on it, sip on it, sip on it, and I get back at you when I wanna. All right, they back out, y'all. So see him in concert. And shout outs to my homeboy AJ Twerks. He's a choreographer representing Louisiana. So y'all go ahead and check them out. They're in concert as we speak. But yes, my main point. Spirituality, astrology. Okay, I'm a Cancer. Found out my full birth chart. So that means you have to know where you were born, what time you were born, and then the birth date. Being from Virginia, I had to get mine from Richmond. And so basically I went online, sent them $12. They, sent it back to me and it had my time. And I found out that I was a double Cancer. For all my homegirls that got me into astrology, thank y'all. And I'm being sarcastic when I say that because y'all done ruined my goddamn life. Kathy and Katie, we went to school together and they brought me into the whole astrology world. And all I do is watch zodiac videos all goddamn day. Like, for real. Like, I'm so sick of it. But I'm not. I love it too much. Like, anytime I have an issue with a guy or issue with this, that, and the third, I go straight to these tarot card videos talking about Cancers and Libras and Scorpios and Pisces and, all this other stuff. And I'm consistently like looking at it to figure out how my week's going to be set up. Or they'll also talk about your mates or your potential mate. And they be like, Aries today, this guy, he's going to be doing that. So I feel like I'm getting like an up and up. But see, I feel like I'm getting an up and up on these people. But a lot of times you don't fucking know if a person's really thinking like that. You know what I mean? And so I watch these videos all the time. And, I'm a double Cancer. So I'm a Cancer sun and a Cancer rising, and I'm a Capricorn moon. I found out that my Venus is in Virgo. I wanted to rebuke that in the name of the Lord. Like, why? Why did y'all give me Virgo? Now, don't get me wrong. I love Virgos. Michael Jackson again. Michael Jackson is a Virgo, was a Virgo, excuse me. God rest his soul. That was my man. Like, I loved Michael. I cried for 2 weeks straight. He was like an uncle that I never knew. Like, literally, I heard about his death. I was driving. I almost swerved off of the highway. It was like that detrimental to my spirit. When I found out that Michael had passed away, like I couldn't even do shit for 2 weeks. I had a portrait of him in my room. So every day I would be like, Michael, like just touching it every day. Every day I would just touch the portrait in my room and be like, Michael, crying over it, everything. You got to ask my family and friends. They was right there like, oh my God. If she don't calm her ass, I was crying, just torn up. Michael's death really messed me up. He's a Virgo. And so is Beyonce. And I love Beyonce. Those are the main two artists that I really like. They are real performers, but they also had a very strong father figure in the home. And I feel like that's another thing for Virgos being an open sign, having that like nice fixed energy to be like, get your ass up, get your ass out. Let's have your ass run in the forest and memorize all your lines. You know what I mean? Like, their parents didn't play that. And look where they are today. So Virgos are on point. One thing they are known for is being perfectionist. So that's why Michael Jackson, or Beyonce will have something like, it's just not good enough. I have to do more. Like, I have to do more. I have to add more to this situation. And that's great because Virgos are always outdoing themselves because they never think things are good enough. The reason why I wanted to rebuke Venus and Virgo is because Venus is basically how you love, your significant other and things like that. And Virgos are, to me, Virgo women have been known to be very argumentative. You know what I mean? Because they think they right about every goddamn thing. Like, you ain't right about everything. I know you've read some books, but you know what? You got to go against Aquariuses, because Aquariuses think they know every goddamn thing. Like, I done read this book. I done did this, that, and just be quiet. Like, nobody care what you read. There's a proverb. If you're from afar looking at two people arguing, guess what? You both look like fools. Don't nobody know from the outside looking in that the one person on the left side was actually right about it. If you're both yelling, you both look like fools. So sometimes it's good to just, shut your damn mouth. If a Virgo doesn't basically break your ass down to like tiny little particles on the floor, then that means they don't even love your ass. And I can recall not all my relationships, but my last one, I was always like, and my ex, he had, dreads that he didn't like to wash, certain things. And, that's something that you're going to have to nitpick about, like, wash your damn hair. Like, he would be like, oh, can you wash it for me? I didn't sign up for that. Like, I don't have a license in cosmetology. Like, I didn't get my hair license. I didn't go to school for that. Like, I went to school for theater. Like, what a theater major doing? Washing your damn hair. You know what I mean? So, like, but I nitpicked to hell. And that was like one thing that, could have worked on. But other things, or just friendships. Like, long story short, I was like, you know what? I can't overanalyze people. I can't break people down. People are people. I got to an age in my life and a place of wisdom where I was like, you know what? Even though I have Venus and Virgo, I can't claim all of that, because don't nobody like to be broken down all the time. And see, that's the other thing. Me being a double Cancer, I'm low-key psychic on a lot. I'm like a that's so Raven on a lot of things. So when I first meet people, I'd be like, you broke your arm in 5th grade, didn't you? Mm-hmm. And they'd be like, damn, how did you know? I could feel it. It's in here and it's in here, my gut, so I can tell. And then before you know it, I start getting, yeah, that did happen. I'll keep going, and then 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 after a while people were like, damn it, bitch, like, stop reading me so much. Like, I don't want to be read anymore. Like, I appreciate all that you've done. You've really got me down to the T, but let it go. Like, let's just talk about how we should stop eating McDonald's and how we should go to the beach more often, things like that. So if you feel like you're very intuitive, which, in LA, everybody feels like they are, cool it out for a second. Listen, this is one thing I've learned. If you feel like you know a person already and you have that little special star sitting in the back of your head, sometimes it's really good to keep that star back there and just pull from it, like pull energy from it every now and again. You gotta stay 10 steps ahead of people, instead of telling them everything. You just, releasing all your cards. Like, it's like you playing Uno and you turn your whole hand to everybody. You're not winning. Like, take some time, before you start reading them all in one date, all in one sitting, and then they know their cards, and guess what? They'll disappear. Now, sometimes God has certain people around you for certain things. Like I was saying before in the last episode, is that, it's a stepping stone. It's stepping, like, staircase going up. So if you have those type of things where you know something about somebody, but they have a connect to something else that you're about to get to, don't reveal all your cards, because, continue to talk to them. They may be whomever or whatever, they're not about to be your friend for life, but they have, 6 degrees of separation. Getting back to the zodiac signs, Libras are known for being beautiful. They love the finer things in life. They're always up to par. Their clothes are always washed, ironed, taken care of. You know what I mean? I just sound Irish saying iron. I don't even know how that came out. Libras are known for being like the beautiful sign. They love people. They love being around. They're cardinal signs, so that means they're between like open and fixed, like myself. They like to balance things, so they're the only inanimate object of the zodiac. It's a Libra season right now, so y'all go ahead and get it. Getting to Geminis, a lot of people will say, like, man, Geminis are crazy as hell. But lo and behold, my ass being a double Cancer, I'm pretty sure they looking back at me like, girl, your ass is just as crazy as the rest of us. I know a lot of my Gemini friends out there, they hate telling people that they're a Gemini. Listen, I understand y'all now because I've been studying astrology. Katie and Kathy, thank y'all. Geminis are great at communication. The thing about Geminis is that they always go for the person that they feel like is winning. Look at Kanye West. They're going to always stay on a winning team. And even though you're like, oh, you just going to jump ship, your ass may not be winning right now. And they low-key probably looked at your ass like, yo, like, you need to swallow your pride and your ego and all your little feelings you got going on the inside, water signs. Because y'all be all emotional about shit like, oh, fuck her. Fuck him. And then the Geminis be like, fuck them, but still 6 degrees of separation. Like, calm all that emotional shit down and get what you want out here. Geminis don't really fuck with a lot of people. Let's just be honest. So if you got a Gemini friend, by all means, I love them. But you really have to be around a Gemini like for a long time for them to really fuck with you. But for the most part, Geminis will smile and be like, and you thinking like 2 years in, y'all best friends. No, you ain't their best friend. You ain't their best friend. And so for all the people watching who got friends that are Geminis, you not yet. Y'all got to really go through some shit. But Geminis will go in a room, especially industry parties, and find where all the Geminis are flocking to. Because them motherfuckers know. Like, fucking Kanye West knew ahead of time. He said, man, Dame Dash, man, thank you. But Jay-Z's about to go all the way up here. And I'm going that way. He went that way. And look at him now. Tupac, you know what I mean? Also a Gemini. I rock with him heavy. I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, I don't believe in zodiac signs. I don't believe in this. I don't believe in astrology. Blah, 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 blah. Then my homegirl as well. They, married couple, took a Myers-Briggs, the personality test. Okay. Hello, somebody. And they took an astrology test. And both of the results came out the same. Like, you have to understand, like, scientists and physicists and all these other people out here living their best life. They're not just studying, like, astronomers. They're not just studying the stars just to be like, oh, no, nobody's doing that. Like, these people are really putting time and effort into it. How dare you think that where you were born and what star you were born and all this thing does not affect you? The goddamn sun affects you, and that's a star. What you talking about? The moon affects you. Like, women have a menstrual cycle every 28 days in the same orbit the moon goes around the earth. Like, y'all not listening to me out here. I'm over here spitting knowledge, son. Like, okay, like, y'all have to really get into that. Like, you have to know that these things make sense. Most people in Los Angeles feel like, we live in a so-called, matrix or whatever. You have to know that all of us were made individually. So, okay, you're saying, oh, well, my sign, shit, let's just throw one out there. I'm a Sagittarius, you know what I mean? Like, if you're saying you're a Sagittarius, oh, I don't match my Sagittarius. Girl, you got 15 other signs behind your ass that you haven't even looked up and haven't even figured out yet. So why don't you take the time to find out what time you were born and then put all of that shit together and go to an astrologer and watch, won't you pull out a blessing that you will not have room enough to receive. Come on now. Now, by all means, I try not to run my whole life by, doing zodiacs and asking people their signs, but I can't help it. Sometimes I just know it in my, how? If zodiac signs weren't a big thing, then why can when I walk to people and like go into rooms, I can like figure out people's signs like right away. And I'm like, they're like, oh, I'm not even into it. The fact of the matter is, it don't matter that you're into it. I'm 10 steps ahead of your ass because you already acting like a Taurus. You know what I mean? Like you're already acting like your sign and you don't even know that you're doing it, but I'm already seeing it. So you know what? Moving forward, I'm not going to tell a lot of y'all out here because I'm just going to go to these, parties and situations and know your shit already and look you dead in the face like this is how you acting. And now I'm winning. So for all the people out there who know things, you know what I mean? Know things, be quiet, especially if you're working in this, dog eat dog world that we working in. Like, keep some things to yourself and use that to your advantage. Understand that Los Angeles is a lucrative city. Okay. So take that. And if you got some extra intuition, use that shit. People are lovely and very sweet out here. Repeat, people are lovely and very sweet out here. So a lot of times if you don't have intuition, you just be falling for shit. You know what I mean? Just revealing all your cards. They know all your shit. They take what they need. They out of here. So if you got a little bit more intuition, you peep some things. You're like, this person's smiling, but something's a little demonic about this fool. Remember that. But just know you're in a large setting of people. Don't be like, hey, this is a demon over here. Like, get his ass. No, that's not going to happen. There's a lot of demons that are in office. There's a lot, they're just everywhere. So it's not like, you're going to be able to get around them. They're making bread too. They're making money too. They may have a whole empire. You watching their TV show right now and you don't even know because you ain't been around them in person to know they ain't together. So what I'm letting you know is like use that to your advantage. Grow, get your way around here. Get your Ubers. Make sure, for me being from the East Coast, I always let my Uber drivers know, hey, thank you. I'm gonna put my headphones on, but I appreciate you. And just be polite. Like I said before, you attract more bees with honey. So you don't have to automatically be like, why are you talking to me? Like, no, just be like, hey, I'm going to put my yeah. I'm going to put my headphones on. Thank you. Yeah. No, I don't want no Tootsie Rolls. Thank you. With that being said, I thank you all. Thank you for joining me, the Jessica Jones podcast. Next week I may have a guest. Who knows? It may just be me again. Who cares? You know what I mean? This is my podcast in my living room, so I just do whatever the hell I want. So you guys keep rolling with me. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you next week.